What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Profile and Passionate People. I'm Solomon Ladvinka. That's my guy, JD Dorfman. And as you guys can tell, this is our, third week together on Triple T, on Triple P, talking Titans football on a Tuesday on Profile and Passionate People. So I see the 87. Is that Dyson or is that Tyrone Calico?
No, we're going one of my favorite Madden receivers of all time, baby. I'm going to turn all the way around so you can see it.
Yeah, oh, turn it, baby. Ooh, I like it.
Tyrone
I like it.
Calico, baby. I used to run the corner route with Tyrone Calico all day, one-on-one coverage off the play action, unstoppable. Madden 2008 champion. Look me up.
There you go. I was like, wait, hold on. You were running routes with Tyrone Calico like that? But okay, you clarified it up. It was with Madden, but I mean that's still cool. I mean, that's a throwback jersey in itself. And man, I feel terrible because it's my second week. I'm rocking the hoodie from Fanatics, but I still got to get to the storage and bust out all my throwbacks. But again,
man, you're the host, man. You got to look clean, and I'll come looking in the jersey and keep the fashion going. You got to keep the level of professional here on Triple T.
I mean, you're rocking the jerseys, looking sexy as always, and I'm just a boring co-host to you. So all is good. But all right, so we're entering week 6, but let's talk about week 5. Thankfully, we got that win. I don't know. It did not feel like we were still at our best. And like we were talking about last week, you know, we played it down to the Jets, and the Jets ended up beating us. And thankfully, again, I'm so thankful we got a win, because at the end of the day, you know, no one's going to remember scores. They're just going to remember how we got the win, and that there's a win in the win column. But you know, I think we came out a little hesitant. We allowed them to be in the game. There was a lot of unforced errors on their part, and allowed them to stick around for a little bit. But, you know, we just continue to feed the beast. He goes home to, you know, the Jacksonville area. I guess he's born and raised 30 minutes outside of there, so it's a nice homecoming. But, I mean, you look at the stats. Derrick Henry did his thing, 29 carries, 130 yards, 3 touchdowns. And, you know, as Titan fans, that gives us hope, because the dude is just, other than week 1, we've seen history in the making. And I saw a side-by-side with the stats of Eric Dickerson when he got his 2,100 in the 16-game season. And Derrick Henry's already, like, I think 100 yards more and a couple more touches more than ED was at that time. So obviously we're relying on Derrick to do his thing, but I want to hear your take. How did you feel the game went, and, you know, how we looking?
So there were good things. You walk away with a W, especially on the road. Division game, that's huge. It puts a little more distance. And then you watch what happened to Indy last night. I know that broke a lot of hearts, watching Indy blow a big lead in the second half. But look, so I'm going to start with the positives, maybe sprinkle a little negative, and then go back to the positives here. Positives, look, the pass rush looked good. Landry, man, what a beast. How when we talked about all the big parts of this team, I feel bad every time I didn't bring up his name. So Landry just putting it together. I think we saw one of the best complete games out of Big Simmons. Great against the run, and his pass rushing, probably one of the most noticeable games I've ever seen with him on the pass rush. So a lot of positives there. The offensive line looked pretty good in a game when they were playing. Obviously, they weren't up against a team that had as good of a defensive line as the Jets, but Quisenberry held it on. I think they had Luan playing against their big boy, and Luan looked pretty good. But negative, all of a sudden, the big plays have disappeared. Which we rely on. You know, a big part of us was, all right, boom, score before you even knew it. We're not seeing that. And, you know, a lot of that is AJ and Julio being a little banged up. I'd love to see them use Ferkser more. I think Ferkser is a talent, and when he's in motion, he's a decent blocker. He's got a good set of hands. He's faster than people get a credit for. The Wildcat. I mean, there's so much to talk about every week. It's like watching a Game of Thrones episode because the plots change. Where the hell did this Wildcat come from?
Cam Batson, apparently.
Holy moly, man. He's going to have to throw the ball at some point. Everyone's going to get hip to the fact that whoever we put up there, as long as it's not Tannehill, we're running it. But I mean, that's nice, but excuse me, hold on.
Yeah.
We got winds like crazy. It's so fucking dry in here.
Yeah.
We'd like to see the Titans just put together a complete game, but you know what? If we can keep putting W's on the board, keep getting more inventive with these offense, and watch Downing kind of figure his way out, maybe get healthy, and we're still gaining games in the division. Those are all positives. The negatives, though, man, we got to show up and beat the pants off of somebody, and this is tough. Maybe we go into Buffalo next week and we sneak one out, but just looking at our body of work leading up to this, I would love to see the Titans not have to run Henry into the ground playing the Jags and the Jets and these other crap teams. So now we got a couple tough games, and we're just going to do whatever we got to do. And these are conference tough games.
Yeah.
Did you watch that Buffalo game? Not to jump it. You watched that last night? Buffalo is a fucking wagon.
It's on Sunday night. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you hit a lot of great points. Let's talk about the offensive line. We gave up half of what we normally give up. We only gave up 3 sacks, so I'll take it. You know, it's an improvement from the 6 or 7 or the 10 that we gave up, you know, the last couple of weeks leading up to this. And in a way, I'm so thankful that the Ravens had defeated the Colts last night, because that does still give us that two win cushion in the AFC South. For allow us, you know, should we go down to the Bills, should we go lose against the Chiefs, and then, you know, against Indianapolis, and our next 3 weeks, they're crucial. But like what we talked about is we'll show up on those big primetime games and show like, hey, take us seriously, but we'll take dumps left and right against, you know, say the Jets or the Texans, or, you know, struggle against Jacksonville. And like you said, you know, with Derrick Henry, there's only so much that we can do. Thankfully, yes, he is a man among boys, but to give him 30 carries and he's just chipping away in 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a carry, the dude's eventually gonna get tired. And, you know, our offensive line still needs to step up. I think our play action still needs to be, you know, more effective. You know, we saw AJ with the RPO only on 1 play. Ferkser, I think, only got 1 catch on 2 targets. The other target, he dropped the pass. I think Ferkser, in my opinion, could be another Mark Andrews from Baltimore. And we've seen the sprouting of what Anthony Ferkser can be, ASAP Ferk. So this team has, again, what we talk about every week, it's got all the talent in the world. We just need to put it together. And we're home on Monday night against the Buffalo Bills. Us Titan Nation has been requesting for more primetime games. And last year, obviously, we embarrassed the snot out of Buffalo. And the infamous Derrick Henry stiff arm on Norman, you know, that was obviously the big play that stood out. But you look at Buffalo right now, it looks absolutely crazy. They were embarrassed by the Chiefs twice last year. They came in with a vengeance on Sunday night and absolutely tore up this Chiefs defense. And I'm sure Josh Allen is licking his chops knowing that, hey, we got blown out. I think it was like 41-13 last year. All I know is we need to continue to get healthy. We get that extra day to rest, you know, leading up to Monday night. But hopefully we can get Julio back. AJ slowly coming back. But I want to say the X factor for our team, especially with Jacksonville and moving forward, who is healthy, Marcus Johnson, number 88. Complete no name. I knew him out of Texas because secretly I like Texas Longhorns when Oklahoma's not playing. But Marcus Johnson stepped up. And honestly, he put us in that win column. He solidified our win. Of course, he had Derrick Henry, this and that. But when we're able to utilize another weapon such as a Marcus Johnson or a Jeremy McNichols, who is completely unknown to this Tennessee Titans smash and ground offense, when we can utilize a bunch of misfits, I'm a happy camper.
Nichols is, man, out of his mind. By the way, I didn't know Long Beach. He played for Snoop Dogg and Pop Warner. There was my stat of the day. I love hearing that. He's played great. I love how they're using him. There's word on the street we might get in Evans back at running back in the next couple of days or in the next week, which that gives us another versatile back who's going to be able to hopefully spell Henry for a play or two. But look, when we play Buffalo, that's when the plays that we haven't seen come out of the playbook, I got to believe we're going to see Downing expand it. He's going to have to get creative. He's going to have to show Buffalo things they haven't seen. The motion percentage is going to have to go through the roof. And then defensively, this is going to be a real test. And I know it's scary to see this team, but this is a great week 5 test to really give us, not only as fans, but the team, where do we need to go moving forward? What are the moves? And thank goodness this happens before the deadline, and we get to match up against 2 great teams back-to-back weeks. I'm already done talking about the Jaguars, man. Fuck the Jaguars.
As it is every year. We do not like them Jaguars.
No, done with the Jaguars. That team is trash. Screw Urban Meyer. I'm glad they're going to be a shit house for a couple of years. But just when I watch the Titans, I'm watching how the Titans play, and it doesn't matter who they're up against. I'm looking to see how the boys are looking, and I'll tell you, we got to see more from this defensive line. Let's keep growing from that. Hopefully Caleb Farley's legit, and we're going to see a Farley Fulton kind of combo in the defensive backfield, and that all of a sudden that makes us more dangerous. Just got to keep progressing. I'm really hoping against Buffalo this week. Look, a win, I'm doing cartwheels for a fucking win. All right, so do not call the cops if you see a mustache man next Monday night doing cartwheels, maybe in his skivvies, up and down the street, and that's just excitement. But I really just want to see the team put together a complete game. All right, I don't care if we lose it on a heartbreak. It would crush me. I'm probably going to cry, but I just want to see us put together a complete week, and then the wins are going to start coming after that, because this division is ours for the taking. We just got to keep growing, and this game against Buffalo is going to be a real good measuring stick.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. I mean, you look at what happened with Jacksonville. You know, we made Trevor Lawrence. We kept him, I believe, it was under 250 yards through the air, which was great. But the thing is, our run defense, you know, allowed, what was it, 100 and almost 200 yards, two yards short of 200. Now
well, they took the second half off.
It was garbage time. But you do look at the Buffalo Bills and what they're really defined by, and that's Josh Allen's arm and his leg. If we can contain the pocket with Harold Landry, and hopefully Bud Dupree can come and, close in, so that way, big Jeff Simmons. I was gonna call him Ben Simmons. Forget him with the Sixers right now. But with Jeffrey Simmons and also Danico Autry and our boy 91, like last year, I had zero expectations for us to win, but somehow we pulled it off. If we can continue to show up, Christian Fulton, Caleb Farley breaking on the ball, even Jackrabbit, Byard had a good game, even though I still feel that his fumble recovery 6 was, I think the dude was down or it wasn't a catch, but that's my opinion. We'll take the scoop and score. But Elijah Molden coming back, that was huge for us, and he had a big game and a lot of impact. So this defense with, what is it, Shane Downing or whatever, I forget who.
You're right. You got it.
But, I think if he can rally the guys and Vrabel can rally these guys on defense, like, hey, if we pop them in the mouth, aim high, because Josh Allen is 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". It's going to take 1 or 2 or 3 people just to bring him down. We have the game plan of how to get this done. It's just go out and execute. And I don't think Buffalo's defense can withstand the rush from us. Hopefully Tannehill can get a little bit more creative, and Downing can call a good offensive play call on that game. But if we want to be taken seriously, again, I get it. We have a couple games that we could lose and still be in first place for at least 2 weeks, because we still own the tiebreaker with the Colts before our matchup with them in 3 weeks. We have an opportunity to get everything done. Let's just get it done.
We got to win one of these next 2. Gotta win. I mean, we win both, then the AFC is ours for the taking. But we got to win one of these next 2 to make sure that we solidify our hold, not only on the division, but to show the team internally that these guys can beat anyone on any given night.
And the thing is, we need to utilize our home field advantage. because we're home against the Bills on Monday night. We are home against the Kansas City Chiefs. 2 years ago, we beat the Chiefs on our home turf. We came back. Last year, we beat the Bills on our home turf and absolutely beat the snot out of them. We have the capability to get it done. It's just us Titan fans, we got to rise up, and the crowd's got to be loud. They got to be passionate. Again, it's Monday night. This is what we are requesting. We want to be taken seriously. And again, a complete divisional showdown, because we already know the Colts are going to run through the Texans next week. So that's going to put them at 2-3 on the season. We're at 3-2. So we need to win these crucial games, not only for our division, for our conference, but also be taken seriously. Because us Titan fans, there's very few of us, especially out here in Cali. By the end of the day, if we got the blueprint to get it done, why not?
Yep. Let's get it done. Tighten up.
Let's get it done. Tighten up. Any closing words or anything? Or are we just going to send it off with that?
Nah, tighten up, baby. Fuck the Bills.
All right, brother. That's JD. I'm Solomon. Tighten up. This is Talking Titans on a Tuesday on Profiling Passionate People. Take care, guys.